This is going in the video. Okay, bro.
Check it out, bro.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the podcast, the J-Lo podcast. So today we got some topics that we're going on to today. So you know we only use like 30% of our brains.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we can use all of it, and we do, but we can't access all of it at once. You know how your brain is like all these interconnected neurons? You can...
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Duh.
You can create certain pathways that are there, and then like, so say you connect red with the fire truck, right?
Okay.
You can make another different neural pathway that you connect red with danger or red with love, and you can connect those, but you can't connect all of them to everything at the same time.
I agree with that, bro.
That's what I think. What do you think, though? Do you think you can use it?
For some reason, just the thought that we just don't use all of our superpowers that we just don't know, or telepathy.
Bro, I thought I had that so much when I was little, bro.
That's why we're here
so
now.
hard.
You know who I thought when I was little? I thought it was Chris Angel. I was like, okay, I'm gonna levitate right now.
Yes,
Let's hit the restroom.
Yes,
On my tippy toes?
Exactly.
Nothing. That's what I thought.
I would have like a pencil or something. And I'd be like, I'd sitting up like that, and I would just stare at it and then try to move it with my mind so much for like in class, like the middle of class, like elementary school. I was just
nothing, right?
didn't move.
Dude.
In my head though, I thought it was.
You believe in ghosts?
Spirits.
You believe in ghosts? What's your? Why do you say spirits? What's the difference?
Spirit is someone that dies. Their spirit is there.
Okay.
A ghost is like. Yeah, they're there to like scare you. So I think we're just created ghosts from spirits.
You know what?
Everything is actually just a spirit.
I believe in like this whole like dimension kind of theory. I think I explained it to you. So basically, like the first dimension is just right and left.
Okay.
2D's up, down, left, right. And then third dimension puts angles into play. So once you put angles, that's
Linked
how you
with height. Yeah.
Okay, length with height. And then the fourth dimension, it's basically just on 2D you can only go up, down, left, and right? So they wouldn't be able to see us if you lived on a 2D surface, right? You wouldn't be able to see me because I'm in the third dimension. If I put my finger, you would just see something that you couldn't go past. You wouldn't see everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
So I feel like that's what we are to the fourth dimension. And I feel like ghosts are just there.
They're in the fourth dimension?
Yeah, and we can see them partly, just like as in the second dimension, they would only see us partly.
Wow.
Boom! But yeah, that's my thought process on it.
Have you had any experiences with spirits?
Thankfully, no.
I think I have.
Let me think. I felt like I had like a weird. I have a crazy fucking story that this video will get taken down for me releasing it, bro. But I'll tell you.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, you tell me yours first.
I had an internship at a hospital.
Oh, that sounds
college, and I had to sleep there because it was outside of the city that I lived in. So I slept there.
You had to sleep at the hospital.
I slept at a children's hospital.
Sounds awesome.
So
Keep going.
I slept there, and the first night I slept there, I kept waking up, and I had this dream. Now, the dream was that I was in the hospital bed, on my stomach, asleep. That was the dream. That was the actual reality as well. But there were these kids, like 12 to 15 of them, like a classroom. And they would run, and they would like tickle me or touch me on my back and my head and wake me up in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't like trying to scare me or trying to like hurt me or anything. They were just there. They were just around, and they were just touching me because they were like, "Who's this? Why are you here? You've never been in this room." Because it was a room that they were not using anymore, that I was sleeping in. So I felt like the kids that died in that room were there, and they were the spirits that were connecting to me because I was new there. The second night of sleep, I felt nothing.
The second you were?
No, the second night. The first night, that's what happened.
They were like kind of like
they were just touching
checking
me.
you out, like
Who's this? Why is he here? And they were touching me, and I kept waking up. I don't know if I was actually waking up or I was waking up in the dream.
So and that takes us back to like the whole like mind connection. We're not using all of it. Like, what if we're all just kind of connected, like just one thing? And that's kind of how you've somewhat felt it.
I physically felt it, like
Yeah, well,
in my head, I guess. Then, like,
yeah,
I like this, like that, like I'm touching you, like I felt it like that. Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
to me at that moment it was real.
I got you.
But like it could be a figure of my imagination.
So like the other night I had a dream, right? And for some reason I was in the backseat of a car and we got in an accident. I don't know why I was in the backseat. I don't know who was driving. And then I'm like dead, like I'm about to die. I'm just like, whoa. And then this lady opens up the door and tells me I should have died or I'm gonna die now. And she gets this needle and just boom, right in my neck. And I just feel the sharpest pain. And I was like, well, I guess that's how I'm going out. I literally thought it was real. I was just like, okay, all right, let's see what. I always wondered what it was like when you're gonna die. There's nothing I can do. Like, that's it.
I'm glad you accepted it.
Yeah, I just accept. Okay, here we go. I was just ready for it. I was like, okay, what am I gonna see? Unicorn, something.
What's next?
And then I woke up, and it was like 5 a.m. and I was like, whoa, that was fucking insane. But I was kind of impressed. Like, I just took it. I was
Yeah.
okay.
That's a good way to take it, bro, because it could have been, you could have freaked out.
Yeah, I know, man. It was fucking nuts. So yeah, you were talking about that experience. This one crazy fucking experience. I have maybe 2 or 3, but I was under the influence of some stuff. So this is the only straight legit one. When I was like talking to my girlfriend, I was probably in high school, and I'm standing at the patio in my backyard, and I look up and we're on the phone like, hey, I see a little red balloon. And then we're talking, right, and I lay on my trampoline, and I'm just staring at this balloon, and normally like a balloon would go and get smaller, but it was just getting closer and closer. And I'm laying on the trampoline, the power lines are 15 feet above me. Like, I was always into like outer space and aliens, and I'm talking to her, I was like, hey, if I disappear, it was aliens. I know it sounds weird. If you don't find me, you know exactly what happened. And so this literally, it turns out it's like this pink orb. Like, you know the Death Star, like just a circle,
Okay.
but it's gray, but this one was just pink. And it was just like coming down closer and closer, and it gets to the power lines. And I was just thinking, am I gonna just let this get really close to me, or what am I gonna do? But I was completely in the moment, and I just jumped off the trampoline and went back under the porch. But I knew as soon as I looked away, it wouldn't be there anymore, and then I went like that, and it was just gone. But it was fucking insane. It was just a pink orb. No idea what it was. I looked it up, and it said spirits or interdimensional stuff. But
Interdimensional being.
yeah, but that sounds a little fucking crazy.
I mean, all of this, literally, this is all a game, bro. It's all fake. It's all.
We're all a bunch of brains
It's all
plugged into a machine,
I
bro.
literally watched or listened to a podcast earlier. This guy was blind, and he said that what you see is only 10% of what you think you see. That makes sense.
Multiple dimensions, like
So,
I said.
because he's blind, right?
Yeah.
So he says what you see is only 10% of what you see, because all you do is you connect what you see to what you've seen before in your head. So anything in the past that you've seen before, you're connecting it. So like the color blue is all your connections in your head that you've seen that were blue. The ocean,
Yeah.
the sky, whatever it is, right? But if you have never seen it before, then you have nothing to connect it to. So like that orb, you're like, okay, it's a pink orb.
It's a
That's
pink
only-
balloon.
Yeah, balloon.
It's a balloon.
So it's a balloon to you in your vision. But that, because you only can connect it to that. But if you actually seen something else that you know that's what it is, or you even think you know, because do we even really know if this is even real or not?
Yeah.
Like, what if we're in the dimension that's just not real?
Yeah, so just like, you know how we can only see in this room, I feel like those fourth dimensional, whether they be spirits or whatever, say they're traveling up above us, they'd be able to see into everything. They'd be able to see us right now through these walls, because they're just able to look through it, essentially. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But it's not even looking through it though, it's just their dimensions. They can just.
Yeah, that's just how it
Yeah,
works.
it's just how they see.
It's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Me personally, I think a cool goal of mine, I want it to be this year, just to be able to get out of the whole 9 to 5 working for an hour and getting paid, you know, $10 to $15, but just coming up with content and getting paid for
Right
it.
now. That's how you make
Gotcha.
things happen. What is the exact goal you want? The exact this is how you make things happen, by the way. You actually write them down, you set it with intention, and you read that over and over.
This is true.
It has to be like precise.
Y'all guys ever heard of manifestation? Check this out. This is on Lorenzo's calendar, so he sees it every single day. But it basically just says, Lorenzo C. Vega, $1 million check, Bank of America, baby.
And it has a date on it.
Does it really? Oh, 2020. Hey, that's the year, bro. That's the year. That's gonna have to be the year
So
for
you have
us.
to put exactly how much you want to get paid and what day you want that by. Put it down. What day and when. So it's real. I get half of it.
I get 50%. We'll do. We'll say.
December 31st, you said the end of the year?
Nah, bro. I'm gonna get that shit in like November 3rd.
It's the arbitrary date that it's not your birthday. It's
Nothing.
not.
So it was either October 16th or November 3rd. That day's gonna be lit. I think
November
like
3rd.
Black Ops 4 is coming out on November 3rd, maybe.
Well, you saw it here first. If we make this happen.
So I feel like a lot of people are going to Twitch. Like, I feel like
Yes.
Twitch is
Video game.
well, not even that. Like, I feel like just Twitch is just going to explode.
It's because it's live, bro. People want authenticity,
Yeah.
and because it's real and it's live, and they can't edit it. That's why they want it. And the video games, like esports, is already huge. It's gonna be bigger. You know, there's like tournament that they get paid.
Okay, so I've known
Man.
this guy. I'm honestly, y'all can add me. I don't even have. I think I still have Xbox Live, but I guarantee I can beat every single one of y'all guys in Call of Duty. Every other game, you probably whoop my ass besides COD. But this guy I used to follow, his name's Nadeshot. So he got $1 million investment because he created his own esports team. But basically, esports is gonna be as big as the NBA. So you know how like there's the NBA and there's all the teams. Well, now there's esports and then there's all the teams for esports. So imagine, basically, this is the early stages, yeah. So he essentially owns the Celtics or fucking, you know what I mean, or the Spurs or something like that.
Billions of
But this is
dollars.
a guy that's 23 years old and he has his own esports team. He's like he does casting, so he have a little headset on and talk about the game and stuff like that. Has his own team. But the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers,
He invested into him?
yeah, he invested
Wow.
into
He's smart.
exactly.
Esports is coming, bro. It's already here. Like, have you seen? There's tournaments on ESPN about it already on certain games.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be just even bigger and bigger. I don't know. I see it as a game, maybe a few games or something, or different games. But there's gonna be like one that's gonna just hit, and it's just gonna be like as big as NBA, like you said, like it's going to. There's gonna be teams.
Well,
There's gonna be millions of dollars.
what all
played,
those teams they did is they started off at League of Legends because apparently that's the biggest
the game
one.
that I see.
And then his team, his name's Nadeshot. His team is 100 Thieves. He has a League of Legends team, a Call of Duty team, a Clash Royale team. He just like tweeted that like 2 days ago. It's like, we're assembling a Clash Royale team. It's that little fucking it started off as a mobile app.
Yeah. Is that still just on mobile app, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
So.
It's just a mobile
It's
app,
crazy.
bro. But it takes a lot of skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like people be playing that, bro. They'd be like putting it in these most strategic spots ever, and it gets to a point where it's almost like not even fun because it's like you have to know exactly where to play. It takes the fun out for me.
For video games like strategy games and role playing games, because I can do different stuff every single time. I never get bored.
Like what?
But like when I played Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, or like Final Fantasy or
Yu-Gi-Oh
games
is
like
dope.
that, I would play that and I would play it so I could play it again and again and again without getting bored, basically. But whenever I would get to the end, I wouldn't even finish. I would just start over. So I was like,
Oh yeah, you'd get to like this point, right, where you like already went around the whole entire world. All that's left
Yeah.
is to find red Gyarados and
whatever. I wouldn't win. Like the winning is like beating a certain team or something. I would just start over because I was like, this team sucks. Start over. This team sucks. Start over. This team, because I can do it again and again. And I wouldn't even win. Like win, because that's boring to me. I would just play and then play and play and it would never.
And then you'd rename your person, and then
yes.
you'd do it all quick. You're
Yes.
just like speed running through the game. My thing I hated was when you'd run into Entei, or like some crazy one, and you'd see him for a second. Like you just think it's another Pokemon, then you're like, and then he's gone. You're like, oh my god.
Fled.
You like go in circles for 20
It's
minutes.
not there yet.
Nope. Never understood how that worked.
there's this brand called Soni, right?
Heard of them.
Sony.
Soni. Changing the game.
I need to create a brand called Sonar, bro. That'd be cool. Sonar. Like dolphins.
Sonar, maybe, yeah.
Like, you know how dolphins are like the smartest mammals? Because they can communicate through
Are we
sonar.
mammals?
Yeah.
They're smarter than us.
Yeah. They can communicate
They
through...
got sonar,
Bro, they communicate through vibrations in the water.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We can't do
I
that.
bet we can. We could use all our brain. I'm telling you. I bet
30% limited, bro.
I'm saying I bet we could.
Actually, limitless beings, Buddhism.
Yeah.
Buddha.
Limitless
Yeah.
beings.
That's what we are. I mean, like, really, dolphins create, like, their language literally because of the vibration. You know how, like, blind, whenever you are actually blind as a blind person, you can hear better because your body adapts to that. They're has adapted to the vibration, so they're so sensitive to that, I feel like.
Yeah.
So they can see without having to see with their eyes. They can see with their vibration and feel.
How do you feel about leaving your comfort zone?
You gotta do it every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Oh man, I gotta tell you this
What'd you
thing
do?
I did. I don't think I told you this one. So like, I was watching this YouTuber. His channel's called That Was Epic, but he just walks around college campuses and does pickup lines and just records the reactions or whatever. So there was one. I saw this girl. I was at Walmart. And I saw this girl. She was working there. I'd seen her. This is the second time I saw her. The first time, I had no balls to talk to her. I don't know why I was being a bit. I was like,
fine.
yeah, she was fine, bro. Of course she was fine. Anyways, so this is the second time I see her, and I go up to her and I hit her with this line, and it worked. I was so, all right, so I'm here now. What are your other two wishes? Bro, and I was like, okay, I went all in. Let's see what happens. And she just starts dying laughing. She goes, I wish I wasn't so nervous, and I wish my cheeks weren't so red. Like, those were her two wishes. And after that, the ice was broken, it was chill, and we were just talking for like 10 or 15 minutes. It's fucking awesome.
So you're getting married.
Pretty much.
Got it. 3 kids.
Well,
I'll be at the wedding.
yeah, and I told her, I was like, so we're a thing now. And she's like, that sounds great, but she actually did have an entire boyfriend.
Yeah.
But,
Do you?
but like, it was so, like, I felt like $1 million, because like, you just get off your chest. What was the worst that could really happen? You know, like, sure, it gets...
You could say no and it would be awkward, and that's it. Though.
Yeah,
for
like,
a second. For a second of your day, it's awkward.
You just laughed it off, and you just walked the other way. But
I mean, you still tell me the same story, and I laugh.
Exactly. But bro, I was just so shook. It worked. You know what I mean? It actually was fucking phenomenal.
Yes, even if, like, literally you have to think of that type of stuff as just a game. And
Yeah.
you have to create the best story you can for the game. So even if literally this happened, it would completely to shit. Like if she said, "What the hell are you talking about? You stupid! I don't ever want to talk to you." Get out of here. That'd be such a great story too. Because,
Well, yeah,
because it's a story. Like,
yeah.
Either way, it's a
Now,
good story.
now I feel like I have like some mystical power or something like that. But yeah, man, I couldn't agree. It was fucking dope.
Just make it literally for anything. For anybody that's scared of that stuff, you make it the best story you can for if it's good or bad. Like it's gonna be funny either way. Do you want me to coach you right now? Because I feel like this is a coaching type of thing.
Okay, go for it.
So, what is the difference between these people that you don't know at all and the people that you do know? Why do you have to be a different person around them?
I feel like it's almost frowned upon to just want to do fucking awesome things. You know what I mean? They say you don't want to listen to all the people that are going to be telling you, no, that's not going to work out. No, don't follow your dreams, you know, not to be cliche. People on the internet, I mean, even though it's virtually the same people, I feel like it's just more acceptable to just be chasing your dreams.
So, what person is going to call this frowned upon?
I used to hang out with a past group of friends, and anytime I would be like, hey, y'all want to make a video? And they'd be like, Justin, why do you want to be someone that you're not? You know, like, why do you want to make a video? Why do you feel like you have to talk to people? Why do you feel like you have to do that? And it's just something that I want to do, you know? And it was like just frowned upon to want to do that. So that's why I kind of changed my whole entire friend group to like people that were okay with it.
Your environment is extremely important to this, but what I'm getting is that you wanted to have a different identity, and your friends didn't even allow you to even say that you could change and do better because they can't. Now I can go really deep on all
right,
of
let's
this.
do it. Let's do it, bro.
From what I'm getting is they were at a place where they didn't think that if they were in your position, so they were mad that you would do something that they would not do. So coming from that place that they're at, they were so stuck in a coping mindset that they had to deal with all their own stuff because you're making so much more money than whenever you were in the same position they were in. If you made it and they didn't make it. So in their mind, they're like, why did he make it? Why is he doing this? Why is he going to quit and throw all that away? I would love to do that. I would kill to have whatever he has, and he's going to throw all that shit away? No, I can't let him do that. So I'm going to tell him, no, don't do this. Don't. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 whatever they told you. So they're coming from a low vibration energy mindset.
It's right here in the book, paragraph 3,
That's what
section
it is.
2.
They're coming from a low vibration energy, and they're trying to bring you back down to wherever they're at.
That's exactly how I felt, but it was very frowned upon.
That's what
So
frowned upon. That's what you're putting. If you had something
Yeah,
that was
bro.
above you, that actually cared, and that wasn't in a coping mindset,
They'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do
you'd
it.
be like, let's go do it. Exactly, but it's like people don't even realize where they're at. It's unconscious. You're not there and aware that you're there. You're only able to show compassion and love and give rather than need to receive and need money and need this, and I'm in scarcity and there's no abundance and I have no money and I have no relationships, I have no friends and I'm by myself. Whenever the world is filled with 7.2 billion people and all the money in the world in the United States of America, if you're watching this video, you're rich, like, go get your money.
I was working at this restaurant for like 65 hours a week sometimes. Just imagine being in just a closed off section, just watching the sun go up and the sun go down. You're working like that many hours.
You're getting paid, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you know, you open up your phone and you see someone that's 21 years old and he's living this other lifestyle just because he tried it. And I'm like, I tried to do this and I'm great at it, so why don't I just try and do something else? You know, what do I have to lose?
And if anything, you can go back.
Exactly. You can go back or just do something else.
Yes.
And, you know, there's just so much to do. Like, I don't need to do that. And I don't want to waste my time now. Just
Time is more important than anything.
Time is more valuable than money.
Uber, Lyft.
It's insane.
You don't need to be a Lyft driver. You need to be a Lyft owner.
Another thing, I saw this video. Why are all the A students working for the C students?
Yeah.
You know, your C student right here is gonna need a accountant, like, you know, like a finance person.
Yeah.
You know, this, and this. Just because, you know, I was a person, I can be great at stuff, but only things that I cared about instead of like taking orders. You know, I think that's what it truly came down to. Like, I was just so, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, which is great and terrible at the same time.
I mean, everybody has their pros and cons and their flaws. Nobody's perfect. You can't do it all by yourself either. No business is run by yourself. Like, even this is us, both of us, you know? You can't do it. Like, we wouldn't be here. And all of this, none of this would happen if it wasn't for both of us. If one of us happened, none of this would be even happening, you know?
Yeah.
So it's about knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are. Like, I'm the talent. He's the music guy.
I wonder what my real true talent is. What do you think your biggest talent is?
It's probably like observing. Because I was extremely quiet as a kid and I wouldn't say much, so I would just observe and like look. It's not actually like listening, but it's like observing and being aware of things. So that's why I like learning so much now, because I can be aware of all these things, and if I'm interested, then I'll look into it very deeply. And I'm very cognitive in my...
I feel like something I'm great at is finding the simplest way to do something.
It's extremely good.
Yeah.
It's extremely
Like
good.
working at the restaurant, I would just find like the most simplest way to do things, like the most efficient way. I heard something about this. The owner of Ford wasn't educated and he didn't know accounting and all that stuff. But what he did know is if they asked him a question on something he didn't know, he would know exactly where to go to find that answer.
Yeah.
Which this is probably like the worst way to explain it, but like in class, when I wouldn't really pay attention because all I had to do is like I already knew how to get the answers, you know? So I was just like, why do I need to learn that if I can just get the answers and me and my friend can just copy off this? And
Gotcha.
but I mean, I passed, you know, through everything. Great.
Yeah, I mean, I think the education system's already completely flawed, but it's not the point. Like, the point is how do you become successful and whatever you define success is, you know? So, like, you don't need to have a degree, as we talked about earlier, going full circle to that. Like, it's unnecessary, you know? But even
it is necessary.
if you want.
We're not trying to offend anyone because it's completely necessary if you want to be a doctor and save lives.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a doctor, then you should have the education to do so. Like, do you want a doctor that's dumb? Like,
Yeah.
No, you don't. But then I can talk about the medical field, how, like, the medical, like, doctors, they need sick patients. So what if there's no sick patients? There's no more doctors. Then doctors gone forever.
Yeah.
So are actually the pills that they're prescribing supposed to actually help you?
Yeah, that's like a real, like, fine line.
Get you kind of healthy and then make you have to take more. Like, if the pill actually like took care of everything for you and you took it, they would go out of business because everybody take it once.
Isn't that terrible though? Like I feel like, you know, they just kind of have to.
Conspiracy, bro. I don't know if it's real or not, but I mean, that's the only thing that I can actually think of.
That's how you run a successful business, right?
You keep them
scarcity. We all saw what was that movie with Logan Paul?
The Thinning.
The Thinning. We all saw The Thinning.
You gotta watch The Thinning.
You haven't seen The Thinning.
Look it up, bro. Stop this.
Go
watch it.
Definitely don't stop the video. Watch it till the end. Don't skip the ad. Don't watch the whole 30 seconds, please. But
Thinning, bro. That movie. The concept amazing. The acting horrendous.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it wasn't the greatest. Where he was like just dragging the bodies like they were nothing, like he was the Hulk, just dragging two people. Ridiculous.
Gotta watch it again.
For sure. I heard, what is it called? Mirror?
Black Mirror. Very
is
interesting.
it you? I've heard it at least.
A lot of girls watch that, and they
like
told me about it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
I've heard it in the past month. I've heard it 4 times. Some people at Walmart saw you, Ethan, his girlfriend. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do watch it. It's like interesting.
Yeah, like you can watch it in any order. And
it's just like random stuff. It's not a mix, like a season or something.
It's just like concepts.
Altered Carbon, amazing. Did you ever watch that? You didn't get into it.
It was.
DCAM watched the whole thing.
Did he really?
Yes.
What the?
He was like, I need season 2.
It was, for some reason, it just didn't click.
I mean, it happens. Like, it sometimes don't click for me.
It was dope. I liked the part where the hotel, the AI hotel, like obliterated everyone. The concept was great. It was very futuristic.
I think it can be real. Yeah, it's huge. But
So after watching the AI video, do you feel like you trust AI or not so much?
Not at all.
Not at all, right?
No. Do you?
Definitely not.
If AI falls into AI's hands, bro, like if something...
It's like so good and bad at the same time.
Yeah. You can only automate so much, and then it gets to the point where you're not living anymore.
Yeah, essentially. Because imagine, we're just going to make a whole bunch of virtual reality. Even though you're going to die, we're going to put you in this thing. And when everyone else dies, y'all just all hang out again.
I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about dying is the reason why he does so much of this life. Knowing that he's going to die. Because it creates a time constraint.
Yeah. That's honestly great. Like, that's a really great
knowing you're going to die, you have to do a lot.
When's the last time you just thought that? Like, wow, I'm going to die one day.
When I watch Neil deGrasse Tyson almost every morning.
You think that every morning? I'm going to die. That's why I do so much badass shit.
I do a lot of stuff, bro. But, I mean, like, every time I watch the video, that's what he says. And I'm just like, you are going to die.
Yeah, and you're not even guaranteed like 70 years.
You're not guaranteed tomorrow. You're not guaranted 3 minutes from now.
I know, bro.
All you have is right now.
Don't give me one of those fucking attacks right now. Nah, just kidding. I only had like one of those. That was when I worked. I legit had an anxiety attack because I was like I'm not guaranteed tomorrow.
Wow.
Like it was when the Vega shooting was happening.
Wow.
Like these people are going to a Las Vegas concert for fun and they got obliterated. And it literally it just changed my life. I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's like I wasn't given this one life to do that. And that's why I did it. And that's why I'm on the podcast. What's up?
We're done.
Yeah? Alright. Well, alright guys, thanks again for listening to the J-Lo podcast. This has been Justin.
And Lorenzo.
All right, guys, and we really hope to see you back here next week. Thanks again for listening. Don't forget to like, throw some comments in there of anything you could possibly want us to talk about. And anything else you want to add?
You took it off the table, put it back again.
Peace out, guys.
I'm really good at starting, but I don't know